grab it, get your satisfaction from it, honestly speaking, it's true. To just be like, I'm blue. Yeah. That's just it.
Truly, if I am not taking anything from this interview today, I'll be taking one word away, and that is eliminating comparison. How do you know that you're lacking behind? If you didn't compare yourself to anyone, you won't feel it.
You won't feel it. You just be moving.
Right? You have your own journey. And if you're turning to look at the other person, it's going to be unfortunate. What practices have helped you stay grounded when you are tempted to compare your journey to that of others?
I think self-discipline. Yes. One, self-discipline. Two, contentment. Yes. Being satisfied with where you are. Being okay with what you have. Discipline yourself. I think I'm better off than this person that is riding that car, even if I'm walking. Yeah. You understand? Because you don't know what he did to get the car. And you are walking on your foot. That does not mean he's better than you. So you have to be contented, you have to be satisfied, you have to discipline yourself to be able to understand your ways in life.
So moving forward, how can we redefine what success and progress looks like in our lives?
Yeah, success from all these that we've been talking about is just achievement. Well, what you have achieved in life. What I've achieved in life, Nana, for the past years I've been, it's really a success to me. And the progress, the time I've moved to get this achievement, there are challenges in between. There are challenges. It wasn't smooth. It wasn't smooth at all. I remember, let me just give a short scenario of a story. I was working in an airport, in the airport. That time, I don't know how it was. Airport job is just a job that exhausts your time. You wake up early as 4:30 a.m. I have to leave the house and come back when you don't know, because it's expected that the last flight had to be on ground before you leave. So once there's a delay, just know that you don't know when you're going home. And I have a little daughter of 6-7 months. Sometimes I come back, I leave home, she's sleeping, I come back home, she's sleeping. So that job was actually like making hell out of me for my family and time. The money was there, but there was no time to spend the money. I took a drastic decision and I dropped the job. When I dropped the job, I went ahead to get a job in a school. You can imagine someone that's been working, getting a large sum of income and not coming back to a less sum. It was a challenge for me. At a point, I would cry in the bedroom. I would like, did I make a mistake? I would ask myself, did I make a mistake to do that? Was it the wrong decision to do? But sometimes, if I was to hear the voices of people, I might not have taken that decision. But I did that because I felt I needed to take care of my home. I needed to be there for my daughter. I needed to be there for my husband. I needed to be there to build my home. It's not all about the money. And that process that progress I was passing through was a challenge. You get the money, you cannot do anything, you're struggling on how to manage it and everything. A lot of promises, application for a better job. Every day I keep on applying. So many contacts I have, hoping it will come. It never comes. But if I was not patient in that process, I don't know how it would have been. But the process of that patience now brought me to where I am today. I have to give this short story because the question is really something that had to like
absolutely
cover up everything. So you can see that when you try to say that it's going to be smooth. It will be smooth. There's so many obstacles on the road, so many challenges. You can pick up a business, it will stop. That does not mean you should leave it. Pick another one and move on. Pick another one and move on. That is life. Life is just a gradual process that we move in. So let's keep on moving, and God will continue to give us wisdom.
Absolutely. You've given a beautiful example with your own experience, but I still feel that I may probably want to hear another experience of yours where you feel like something took you longer than it should have, right? Maybe an experience of something that you just felt, okay, probably in the next 2-3 weeks this should have happened, and to your surprise it's taken months, and maybe months turn into years, So I don't know if you have something in that line that you can share with us.
And it finally came, or what?
Yes, and it finally
came.
Yeah.
Just like the job I gave an example, because when I picked up the job in the school, there were so many promises, so many expectations, so many calls applied. I was with every day. I keep on hoping that a better job will come. Every day I keep on making calls, making contact. Today, tomorrow, it's almost 3 years. Almost 3 years before I got this job, which I feel that was really something that I was anticipating every minute of my life as at that time, and it never came the way I wanted it. It took a time.
Yeah, that was important to add. But then, there's something we do. This question is very important because when people hear us talking about trusting your own timeline, you see people making wrong choices, making decisions that will not help, and saying it's not working for them, and they are still remaining there saying they are trusting their timeline. So how can we distinguish between trusting our own timeline and avoiding unnecessary actions or growth?
Wow, this is a very, I would want to say that trust in yourself. Trust in yourself. And don't give a listening ear to so many talk, because people will make you feel discouraged. People will make you feel what you're doing is not right. What you're doing is not fetching money, because now what we do is
It's all about the money.
it's not about money. So people will make you feel you're wasting time. A lot of people even feel you're wasting your time.
Yeah.
So I want to say, just believe in yourself and keep being patient and ask God. If there's a way out again, God will give you the direction. God will give you wisdom to know what next step you take. And sometimes it's good you meet friends, have talk with friends. They might be enlightened. They might have one or two things they can give you ideas. Then you come back to your presence and weigh it. And weigh it. Most of the times people just sit down in one place and believe, I don't need to talk. I don't need to open up. But sometimes again, it's good for you to open up. It's good for you to talk, because what the other person will see might be of help. You might not actually take it directly to use it, but when you come back to your place, then you can sit with one or two family friends and discuss. This person said I should go into selling pap. I think selling pap is a good thing. Let me look at this area. Maybe and you never thought of selling pap will fetch you something, but because of the idea you got out there, you will come back and look into it. So let's not just be an idol of ourselves and feel we don't need anybody to talk or to discuss with.
I seriously agree with speaking up, because usually if you are at a place where you are not sure if you are making progress or not, or if you are taking the right actions or not. So I totally agree that if you are in doubt of the decisions you're taking and you're not sure if you are growing in an aspect of life where you're working on, it is only wise for you to talk to someone who has been through that experience, who is knowledgeable in that field, and who can give you counsel on what to do. So moving forward, how can communities and relationships support us in honoring our unique parts instead of comparing timelines?
The community should help us should just support us, an individual. There are so many ways the community can be of help. Support people's life generally, not criticizing one's efforts, not condemning one's efforts, but by supporting every effort one puts. You understand? Making one feel what you're doing, it's good. Is there a way we can help? Is there a way we can give a helping hand? Okay, come and take a bag of fertilizer, use it in your farm. Let's see how this farm products will come out. So the community should be there for us. But nowadays we know that our communities are hardly,
honestly,
they're not there. So let's try individually and see how we can just help ourselves.
Community is you and I can't point a finger and not be pointing the remaining 5 or 4 to myself. If you have really no encouragement for the other person, you can do without saying anything.
Yeah.
But simple statements can crush one's spirit. And you see people throw their dreams away because you don't know the battles they've fought, and they're just trying to keep this small one going. Then a wicked statement just comes in, and that is the last straw that breaks the camel's back, you know. So it's very important for us to help one another grow, but where you feel you cannot help, don't do anyhow. So, what would you say to someone who feels they've missed their chance?
Missed chance, you move on. You move on. That's life. As long as there's life, there's hope. So you move on. When you miss this chance, there's another chance. So that if this door is closed, another one is open. So let's just raise up, stand up, and move on.
Yeah,
that's all.
Absolutely.
And move on. That does not mean that's the end. That does not mean that you can't pick up something and it will still move. You just continue. A lot of time, a lot of people start this, they crash, start this, it crashes. But before you know, they get the grip at the end and they move on. So there's nothing like I can't do it. There's nothing like I'm tired. No, you move on. There are so many options out there. Pick one and two. As long as it's life.
In fact, I will always believe that if an opportunity for something comes and I was not able to utilize that opportunity, it wasn't actually mine.
Yes, that's another one. There's
It
another
wasn't
one. When you
actually
have that
mine.
belief,
Yeah.
you'll be able to get that satisfaction. It's not meant for me. Then I can try another one.
Because truly I tell you, the world is so big and there are tons of opportunities out there. if you lose one opportunity or chance, there's always another one to get. There's always another one to get. So if a listener is struggling with impatience or self-doubt right now, what's one gentle reminder or practice you would offer them today?
Be patient. Patient. And keep moving and wait on God's time. Don't allow yourself to be discouraged. Don't compare yourself. In a minute, I'll still say that. In a minute, greed. In a minute, jealousy. And don't compare yourself with them. Just be patient in your own pace as you move.
So, my final question is, what's one thing you're proud of that didn't happen on the typical kind of time, It shouldn't have, it could have happened at a time like this. But I patiently waited, and even with my waiting, it didn't happen. But you are proud that something like that.
Yes, I think I would say failure. Failure. Because when I was expecting things to come, I was thinking it might not come, and I was being scared and worried that I'll lose it, I'm a failure, I'm not going to succeed the way I want it. But later on it came. It came, and it came in a big way, which I'm a bit happy with.
This is something I hate to do every time. And again, I just have to say thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to honor our invitation at the Gloria Effect. It's been a very heartwarming discussion with you. I really appreciate it because, like I said earlier, one thing I would take home from this interview is eliminate comparison. I really thank you so much for sharing this thoughts with us. And we hope that when next we call, you would honor us again and come. So thank you. Yeah, like I said before now, you are not late unless you are comparing your journey with that of another person. Trust your time, because the other person you are looking at, you are not headed to the same destination. Thank you.